to another exciting instalment of A Very Too Old Christmas. And I'm not going to lie, I am almost getting to the point where I might be behind, so I need to review a few beers at once and get them all uploaded because I'm away for the weekend, so I need to get them prepared. So I was going to excuse the confusion and the lack of professionalism, but I think you've come to appreciate that now with the Clueless Drink channel. And I've completely forgotten what day it is, completely forgotten what number we're looking at, but here it is. So today we're having a look at Santa's Secret, which is the Mochaccino Messiah Double Stout. So I had the Mochaccino Messiah earlier this year and I thought it was absolutely gorgeous stout. And yeah, so we've got a double version of it, which is clocking in at 8% ABV. Awesome artwork once again from Kasper Ledet. Nice photographic label, and there is the squiggly crown. So I'll quickly read you what it says on the back. So Santa is a badass, riding reindeers, climbing chimneys, and still being the kids' #1 hero. What is the secret to success? Buckets of Mochaccino's Double Stout. So yeah, fantastic stuff, brewed with lactose, barley, oats and lactose, yeah. So I'd imagine there's some sort of coffee in this. So yeah, double. So it's basically a double coffee brown ale with cinnamon and cardamom. So very interesting indeed. Perfect for the closing stages or mid stages of December, I should say. I haven't cleaned the glass, so hopefully that won't be too much of an issue. Excuse me, burping while I'm talking. I was just eating a cheese and, well, it wasn't even ham because we didn't have any ham. A cheese panini I made for my lunch at work, but I couldn't be bothered eating them, so I just decided I'd snack on it now. Obviously just before I drink a beer. But yeah, beer in a glass then, and quite active, but just look at that. It's almost got that sort of like undercooked souffle look about it on the head. About 2 to 3 fingers worth of a nice beige looking head, and a lovely hazelnut brown look to it with some reddish ruby hues. It's certainly looking festive, isn't it? Lovely looking stuff, even with that wonderfully massive head. So anyway, let's see if we can get a nose, and if not, we'll taste it and then have another sniff. Not getting too much, but that is, I'd suspect, because that head is really quite compact and big. But you get that like sweet brown ale sort of character. Brown ale's not usually my favourite style. I find them a little bit boring. But you get that sort of like treacle, molasses, dark brown sugar melted down. There's a bit of a muskiness there. You get like a very subtle hint of coffee at this stage. But it's smelling really nice and subtle as it is. So hopefully when that head is dissipated, we'll get a nice whiff. Let's have a sniff from the bowl. A little bit more coffee there, and it's a little bit more sticky sweet. Anyway, cheers. Let's give it a taste. Interesting. It's got that sort of like sweetened coffee to it. Almost like you've used like maybe almond milk with that. Definitely get that cinnamon. The cardamom adds a drying earthiness, but it's not too in your face. It actually balances out the beer really nicely. It's so easy drinking for an 8% beer. A little bit lighter on the body than you would expect. But then again, it is a brown ale. But yeah. You get almost like sort of like Christmas pudding aroma from it as well. I mean, it's a lovely beer, but it's not really exciting me. But it's just one you can just you know, sit back, relax, and just watch the world go by. That's cinnamon. It's mixing with the coffee. It's almost like you've put cinnamon syrup into a coffee. There's a little bit of a nuttiness. I almost get like a very subtle hazelnut character. Yeah, lovely nutty brown tones, if that makes sense. Anyway, let's pour the rest in. The more I'm drinking it now, because I'm drinking it a little bit fast, I'm not going to lie, it is warming up the palate. Warming up this section, the pipe that goes down to the basin, that goes down to the waste disposal unit, do you know what I mean? It is slightly warming. That cardamom is definitely coming into effect, mixing with that as well. You get this like lovely earthy hoppy bitterness. Also adds with like a Fuggles hop, which is a flavour I've not tasted for a while. Really need to get back onto my real ales. I want to go back to my roots, and this is definitely that. I think I prefer the mochaccino Messiah that I had. I just remember that being a bit more indulgent than this one. This is a little bit more drying and clawing. The brown ale base, not too bad. It's not really blowing me away. It's really nice and simple beer. It's the blend, and one thing I will always say with 2All is they use really good quality coffee, and I feel this is disrespectful that I'm just lounging around. And yes, not got my Christmas jumper on today because I've just got in from work, but yeah, it is a festive tasting beer and one that I would happily have again, but it's not really moving me or exciting me. And I got a big hit of cardamom in there, so that's... It seems to come in waves, that like earthy, drying, almost sort of like salty licorice character. But the flavours all work nicely. It's blended nicely as well. Alcohol is masked nicely. How many times can you use the word nicely to describe beer? But it does catch up with you on the back end and you do feel it. But yeah, really no complaints. If you like brown ales, you're probably going to love this one. I wouldn't say it's like the classic American brown ale, which is a bit more hopped. This to me is more like what you'd expect from like a traditional UK brewery. And I think they've done it well. It's got this traditional vibe about it with a contemporary edge and twist. And how pretentious is that I talk like this and I move my hands around and like just leave them in weird places like that, do you know what I mean? It's like someone's pulling on strings, do you know what I mean? I'm playing the piano. I'm playing the piano off camera. No, I'm not. I'm being a dickhead. So, yeah, in terms of a rating, I'd give that one a 7.5 out of 10. I'd definitely try it again. I'd be interested to see them mess around with the adjuncts in that one, in terms of like adding maybe something aside from cinnamon and cardamom. I don't really think cardamon's doing too much for me. It's not an ingredient I'm a fan of. It's not a flavour profile I'm a fan of, and it doesn't have the aftertaste that I'm a fan of. But yeah, I think they've done a nice job with this one, and I can see this beer being someone, you know, blowing people away. Do you know what I mean? It's got that sort of edge to it. Anyway, so 7.5 out of 10. If you've tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. Something came up then. And yeah, so let's see what number we are going to be looking at tomorrow. I think today was day 16 or 17, or could be 15. No, it's the 14th as I'm recording this, so I am cutting it fine. I've got one video ready to be edited. I'm sure I've got one on the phone that needs to be transferred, so I think we're around 16, 17. You'll have seen by the number anyway. Anyway, I mean, I could count the empty spaces in the calendar, but I'm not going to because I'm a lazy fuck. Anyway, so tomorrow's beer, we're going to be, I'm guessing that's number 9. Yeah, it is. No, it's number 6 because I forgot to underline the bottom because we've already done 9, if I remember correctly. Anyway, doesn't matter. 6 is there, ready to be drunk, and I hope you'll join me tomorrow to find out what that beer is. So if you tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions. What's some of your favourite brown ales? What's some of your favourite 2All beers? Have you been enjoying this series so far? Are you a fan of 2All? And yeah, thank you for watching, and I shall hopefully see you tomorrow. Cheers. I can't even put food in my mouth normally on camera. Ta-ta now.